Trinitarians, what did the divine nature of Christ do for you? The reason I ask this question is because there's so many things that when I speak to Trinitarians and I try to tell you guys out there, Trinitarians, I try to explain to you that God can't die. God is immortal, so there's no way that God died for your sins. And when I say that, then I get the whole dual nature speech where you explain to me that Jesus had two natures, a divine nature and a human nature. So that was the human nature that died. It was the flesh, the human nature that died. Also, when I asked similar questions concerning how did he pray, how did he pray for his disciples, how was he tempted if God can't be tempted, how did he die for mankind, how was he resurrected, he endured pain and suffering from his brothers, he was afraid, he was baptized, he was born again, he has a God and a Father. Whenever I ask these questions, I always get it was the flesh, it was the human side or the human nature. So my question is, what did the divine nature do for you then? Because all of these things, you are accounting it towards the human Jesus. So what did the divine nature do for you? I don't know, because you admit he didn't die for you. The divine nature didn't die for you. The divine nature didn't pray. The divine nature wasn't afraid. The divine nature wasn't tempted. The divine nature didn't go through pain and suffering. The divine nature didn't go through any of the things that you say God had to go through. So if the divine nature didn't have to experience any of this, then what did the divine nature do for you? And I think you really need to think about this critically, Trinitarians out there, because you keep professing that only God can atone for the sins of mankind, but you then say God didn't die. It was the human Jesus that died. Now, I'm what is referred to as a Unitarian. I don't typically like labels, but I'll deal with that label because it's the quickest way for me to describe what I am or what I believe, or in this case, what I feel that I know. And that is that Jesus was human in origin. He did not pre-exist his birth. He did not exist in eternity past. He did not exist until he was conceived in the womb of Mary. In every way you can think of it, he did not exist prior to his conception. He was not God. He was sent by God. He was given duties by God to complete, a mission to complete. And he is now our King and our Messiah and our big brother, firstborn from the dead. He is the appointed Lord from Yahweh. That is what I believe about Christ. And when I read the scriptures, I don't have to do any of this dual nature stuff. That's not even necessary whatsoever. So my question again, not to go on and on, but I just would like for Trinitarians who happen to come across this video, please take the time and explain to me, what did the divine side or the divine nature or the God side, you say he was fully human and fully man, excuse me, he was fully human and fully God. So what did the fully God side accomplish? That is what I want to know. So anyway, I wish everybody the best, as always, and just want to say I come as peacefully as I can, but I'm trying to get to a point here to get Trinitarians to understand that what they're believing in, or what you're believing in, Trinitarians, is not true. It's incorrect. And I'm trying to get you to think about this. All right. So again, I would like to know, what did the divine nature do for you? So anyway, that's all I want to say about that. God bless everyone. Shalom.